Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jack Ford. 19 years ago to this very day, the Columbine High School massacre rocked the nation. 12 students and one teacher were murdered, sparking a national debate over guns and gun laws. Despite that debate, little has changed in the years since. New school massacres have ensued, and many more students have since lost their lives to firearms in the classroom. Today, thousands of students across the nation held a national school walkout to remember the victims and to send a very clear message. That message, enough is enough. Many of these children weren't even born when tragedy struck Columbine almost 2 decades ago. One of the organizers behind today's protest, Lane Murdoch, is a sophomore at Ridgefield High School in Connecticut, who I'm pleased to welcome to the program. Lane, welcome to you. Thanks for spending some time with us today. Let me ask you this as a first question. What is it that made you say that something had to be done and that you wanted to be an active part of it?
Honestly, for me, it was the self-realization that not only myself had become desensitized to gun violence, but frankly, the whole country. It was normalized, and I don't think we should ever accept or normalize something like that.
When you say it was normalized, and I know from my profession, journalism, and we handle these things sometimes very differently with the passage of time, but from your perspective, as someone in your age group, what do you mean when you said it became normalized for you?
Well, I think for me, I was in 5th grade when Sandy Hook happened, and it had a huge impact on me. And now I'm in high school, and we've had the Pulse and the Las Vegas and now the MSD shooting. So for this younger generation, all of this seems quite normal and quite commonplace, and something this violent should never be commonplace.
What did you want the message of this walkout to be?
I wanted it to be empowerment. And I think it has been kids really using these tools and using their voice to care and advocate for an issue that is important to them. And I think we've done that.
There was a walkout, as you know, after the Florida shooting. It was for a shorter period of time. The idea behind this walkout is to do the entire day. Why the different approach?
I think for me, a whole entire day was necessary because this is an issue that needs to be discussed and addressed longer than it has been before. And I think for me, it also would give the kids more time to have speeches, invite guests, do early voter registration. It gave them more freedom to do some of the really important actions.
I've seen that you have said in the past when you were talking about this, that this walkout is not specifically about a policy issue. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think for me, there's a lot of gun violence that happens in the United States that doesn't make the headlines. And there's a lot of underrepresented voices. So for me, I guess what I meant by that is this day symbolizes a lot of things, and a lot of things will be going on. So we're not trying to pinpoint it or tell kids what they should be doing. We want this walkout to have the overarching theme of empowerment, but really about what they care about in regards to common sense gun control.
I know in seeing you talk about your own background and your own interests that you've talked about the fact that you're very much a history buff, involved in studying history. And I'm curious whether, as you were working to put this together, did you see parallels in other movements involving young people, comparing it to this?
I think for sure there are parallels. History often does repeat itself. I think for me, youth have always been the starters of real concrete change. We have simply understood a lot of problems before anyone else. And I think I often look back on the protests in South Africa due to Mandela's imprisonment that were youth-led. I look at the Paris University protests in the 60s. And young people care because it's their future, but more importantly, it's their present. So I think, yes, there are definite parallels, and I think identifying them has definitely helped.
Last question for you. You talked about the voices of young people. They're becoming involved at different levels, and certainly these walkouts have been very public manifestations of that. What do you think needs to be done next for your generation to continue this movement?
I think right now it's really keeping with momentum. Momentum is something that, regardless of the movement's content, is something that you really need to focus on. And right now we have a lot of great momentum. And it's just keeping with that. And I think we have tons of kids who are interested, who are going to stay interested, but engaging them in different actions to make sure that all this raw energy is really being not having a finale, but really being launched now on April 20th.
Well, Lane, obviously you and so many others have been very instrumental in creating this movement and continuing the momentum that you talked about here now, and we want to congratulate you on that very good work. And I want to thank you for spending some time and talking with us today. You be well.
Thanks.